The 2002 £1 coin of the United Kingdom holds a fascinating place in British numismatic history, not just because it represents one of the standard circulating denominations of the pre-decimal pound sterling coinage system, but also because of the way it reflects national identity, artistic representation, minting technology, and the broader economic and cultural setting of the early 21st century. To understand the significance of the 2002 £1 coin, one must first place it within the longer tradition of the pound sterling, the oldest continuously used currency in the world, whose roots stretch back more than 1,000 years to the Anglo-Saxon period, when a pound of silver was the standard reference of value. The £1 coin itself was introduced in 1983 under Margaret Thatcher's government, replacing the Bank of England £1 banknote that was gradually phased out due to its shorter lifespan and higher replacement costs. The coin was larger, heavier, and designed to endure decades of circulation, while also being produced with detailed engravings that celebrated the four constituent nations of the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, in a rotating design system that changed each year or every few years, making it a miniature ambassador of British heritage. The 2002 £1 coin falls into this long series, and its particular design makes it especially notable to collectors and historians. The obverse of the 2002 £1 coin carries the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, who was at that time in the 50th year of her reign, celebrating her Golden Jubilee. The portrait used in 2002 was the fourth definitive portrait of the Queen, created by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley FRBs, which had been introduced in 1998 and was used on British coinage until 2015. This effigy is widely recognized for its realism and its bold style compared to earlier portraits, showing the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most iconic pieces of jewelry, gifted as a wedding present in 1947. Around the portrait appears the Latin legend, Elizabeth II DG Reg Fid Def, which abbreviates, Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, continuing a centuries-old tradition of monarchic inscriptions. The edge of the coin is milled and inscribed with a unique motto, as is common with £1 coins of this period, which both serves as an anti-counterfeiting measure and adds symbolic meaning tied to the design of that year. The reverse of the 2002 £1 coin is where its identity becomes most distinct. The design for this year represented England, continuing the tradition of rotating national symbols. Specifically, the 2002 reverse features the three lions passant guardant, also known as the Royal Arms of England, designed by artist Timothy Noad. These three lions have been a heraldic emblem associated with England since the reign of King Richard I, also known as Richard the Lionheart, in the late 12th century. The lions passant walking with the right forepaw raised symbolize courage, strength, and nobility, and they have appeared in various forms on coats of arms, royal banners, and English regalia for centuries. Their appearance on the 2002 £1 coin thus connects modern Britain to its medieval heritage and chivalric traditions, while also reinforcing national pride. Above the heraldic shield, the denomination, £1, is clearly inscribed. The design is bold, deeply engraved, and striking in its detail, making it easily identifiable in circulation while also being highly appreciated by collectors. Another important detail of the 2002 £1 coin is its edge inscription, which reads, Decus et tutamen. This Latin phrase, which translates to an ornament and a safeguard, was first introduced on British coins by Isaac Newton, who was master of the mint in the late 17th and early 18th centuries. It serves a dual purpose. Aesthetically, it is ornamental, adding dignity to the coin's appearance. Practically, it acts as a safeguard against clipping and counterfeiting, as any attempt to file or shave the coin would disturb the inscription and be immediately visible. This motto has become a characteristic feature of the £1 coin, reappearing across different years and designs, and its presence on the 2002 coin continues that venerable tradition. From a technical perspective, the 2002 £1 coin is composed of a nickel-brass alloy, 70% copper, 24.5% zinc, and 5.5% nickel, giving it a distinctive golden color that distinguishes it from other denominations in circulation. The coin measures 22.5 mm in diameter, 3.15 mm thick, and weighs 9.5 grams, making it heavy and solid compared to other coins. Its 12-sided replacement, introduced in 2017, was created partly to combat counterfeiting, which had become widespread among round £1 coins like the 2002 issue. The original round £1 coins, including those from 2002, were eventually demonetized on the 15th of October 2017, meaning they are no longer legal tender, though they remain highly collectible and historically valuable. The mintage figures for the 2002 £1 coin were significant, with tens of millions produced for circulation, ensuring it was a common sight in wallets and tills across England and the wider UK. However, as with many coins, there were also special issues: the brilliant uncirculated BU versions, proof versions in both base metal and silver, and presentation packs produced by the Royal Mint for collectors. These special issues were struck with higher quality finishes, sharper details, and in some cases, precious metals like silver or gold, making them prized items in numismatic circles. The 2002 proof sets are particularly associated with the celebration of the Queen's Golden Jubilee, making them doubly attractive to collectors because of both the coin's design and its historical context. Culturally and historically, the 2002 £1 coin is deeply intertwined with the identity of England and with the mood of the United Kingdom in the early years of the 21st century. The nation was celebrating the Golden Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, marking 50 years of her reign, and there was a strong sense of both continuity and change. The coin acted as a small, everyday reminder of national heritage, the endurance of monarchy, and the unity of the United Kingdom, even as the four nations were increasingly asserting their distinct identities through devolved governments and regional symbols. The fact that the £1 coin's reverse designs rotated among English, Scottish, Welsh, and Northern Irish emblems from year to year symbolized this delicate balance of unity and diversity. For many people, handling a 2002 £1 coin with the three lions would evoke pride in English history, from medieval kings to modern football teams, where the same emblem still resonates. Economically, the coin also reflects the realities of British monetary policy in the early 2000s. The pound sterling remained outside the Eurozone, as the UK under Tony Blair's government opted not to adopt the euro, despite being a member of the European Union at the time. Thus, the £1 coin stood as a tangible marker of British sovereignty in currency matters, distinguishing the UK from many of its European neighbours who were adopting the euro in 2002, the very year euro notes and coins first entered circulation on the continent. For collectors and historians, this juxtaposition is fascinating. While continental Europe embraced a new shared currency, Britain reaffirmed its own monetary identity with coins like the 2002 £1. The legacy of the 2002 £1 coin endures long after its demonetization. It is part of a larger collectible series that tells the story of the United Kingdom through heraldry and symbolism. Collectors often seek to assemble full sets of the rotating designs, making the 2002 Three Lions coin an essential piece. Its value on the secondary market varies depending on condition. Well-circulated examples remain only worth face value as souvenirs, but uncirculated or proof versions, especially in original packaging, can command premiums. More importantly, the coin represents a moment in time, the England of 2002, balancing tradition and modernity, celebrating monarchy while facing questions about national identity, and resisting continental integration while remaining deeply tied to European affairs. In summary, the 2002 £1 coin is far more than a simple unit of currency. It embodies centuries of heraldic tradition through the Three Lions of England, honors Queen Elizabeth II with Ian Rank Broadley's dignified portrait, incorporates historic mottos like Decus et Tutemen, demonstrates the technical craftsmanship of the Royal Mint, and reflects the cultural and political climate of the United Kingdom at the dawn of the 21st century. Though withdrawn from circulation in 2017, it remains a lasting symbol of national pride and a cherished artifact in British numismatic history, treasured both by ordinary citizens who once used it daily and by collectors who now preserve it as a link to England's rich past. Next coin. The 2015 £1 coin is one of the final issues of the original round pound series, making it an especially important piece in the long history of British coinage. To truly appreciate this coin, it is necessary to situate it within the broader development of the pound sterling, the world's oldest continuously circulating currency, with origins going back over 1,000 years to the Anglo-Saxon silver penny and the notion of a pound weight of sterling silver. The £1 coin itself was first introduced in 1983 under Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher's government, replacing the Bank of England £1 banknote which, though iconic, was judged to have too short a lifespan in circulation compared to coins. The coin was designed to be robust, heavy, and distinctive, not only as a unit of currency but also as a medium for the symbolic representation of the United Kingdom. The Royal Mint developed a system of rotating reverse designs to represent the four constituent nations, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, giving each an opportunity to showcase its heraldry, emblems, and traditions. By the early 2010s, however, after more than 3 decades of use, the round £1 coin had become one of the most counterfeited coins in the UK, with estimates suggesting that more than 1 in 30 were fake. This spurred the government and Royal Mint to prepare a radical redesign, leading to the introduction of the new 12-sided bimetallic £1 coin in 2017. Thus, the 2015 issue of the round £1 coin was among the very last to be struck for circulation, and it has since gained an important place in numismatic collections as a farewell to a familiar coinage era. On the obverse of the 2015 £1 coin, we see the official effigy of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley FRBs, which had been in use since 1998 and remained the standard portrait until mid-2015, when it was replaced by the fifth and final portrait designed by Jody Clark. This means that there are 2 different obverse designs for 2015 dated £1 coins, making this year particularly fascinating for collectors. The earlier 2015 coins show the Rank Broadley portrait, with the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, rendered in a bold and realistic style that captures her advancing years with dignity. Later issues, however, display Jody Clark's effigy, which was introduced in March 2015. Clark's portrait shows the Queen wearing the King George IV state diadem, with a more intricate, finely detailed design that reflected modern minting technology. Having 2 portraits for the same year's coinage is rare and notable, marking 2015 as a transition year in British numismatic history, coinciding with the final chapter of the round pound. Around the Queen's image appears the Latin legend, Elizabeth II DG Reg Fid Def, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This continuity of royal titulature ties modern coinage to centuries of English and later British monarchic tradition. The reverse design of the 2015 £1 coin is equally rich in symbolism. It features the royal arms of the United Kingdom, created by designer Timothy Noad, a well-regarded calligrapher and artist with several Royal Mint commissions to his name. This design was introduced in 2008 as part of a new series of £1 coins that moved away from the rotation of individual national emblems. Instead, the 2008-2016 series depicted the United Kingdom as a whole, with designs based on heraldic motifs that combined all 4 nations. The 2015 reverse shows the full royal arms in a detailed, compact form, with the crown shield at the center displaying the 3 lions passant of England in 2 quadrants, the lion rampant of Scotland in the top left quadrant, and the harp of Ireland in the bottom left quadrant. The shield is flanked by the English lion and the Scottish unicorn, supporters of the royal coat of arms, both highly symbolic, the lion representing courage and strength, and the unicorn representing purity and the untamed spirit, traditionally chained to symbolize unity under the crown. Above the shield sits the royal crown, and below it the motto, £1, indicates the denomination. This heraldic composition ties the coin firmly to the authority of the crown and the constitutional monarchy, making it one of the most nationally symbolic designs ever used on the pound coin. A distinctive feature of the 2015 £1 coin is its edge inscription, which reads, Decus et tutamen. This Latin phrase translates to, an ornament and a safeguard, and has a long history in British coinage, dating back to the 17th century when Isaac Newton, then master of the mint, introduced it to deter clipping, a form of fraud where small amounts of precious metal were shaved from the edges of coins. While the 2015 £1 coin is not made of precious metal, the tradition has endured, and the motto is emblematic of continuity in British coin design. It is also practical, as the milled and inscribed edge made counterfeiting slightly more difficult and helped distinguish the coin by touch. From a technical standpoint, the 2015 £1 coin followed the same specifications as its predecessors since 1983. It was struck in nickel-brass alloy, 70% copper, 24.5% zinc, 5.5% nickel, giving it a distinctive golden color. Its diameter was 22.5 mm, its thickness 3.15 mm, and its weight 9.5 grams, making it heavy compared to many other circulating coins. These features gave the pound coin a solid and authoritative feel in the hand, reinforcing its value and importance in daily commerce. However, this same familiarity also made it a target for counterfeiters, and by 2015 the prevalence of fakes had become a significant problem, further underscoring why this year's coinage is remembered as part of the final chapter of the round pound era. In terms of mintage and availability, the 2015 £1 coin was produced in very large numbers for circulation, ensuring it was a common sight in wallets, purses, and tills across the UK. However, due to the demonetization of the round pound on the 15th of October 2017, these coins were withdrawn from circulation and could no longer be used as legal tender. This withdrawal transformed the 2015 issue from a commonplace object of daily life into a collectible historical item. The Royal Mint also issued collector editions, including brilliant uncirculated BU coins, proof versions in both base metal and precious metals like silver and gold, and presentation packs. These high-quality issues, with sharper details and finer finishes, are now highly sought after by collectors, especially as the coin represents both the last years of Queen Elizabeth II's fourth portrait and the first year of Jodie Clark's fifth portrait. The historical and cultural context of the 2015 £1 coin adds further richness. This was a year of transition for the United Kingdom in multiple ways. Politically, the UK was in the midst of debates over its role in the European Union, debates that would culminate in the 2016 Brexit referendum. Economically, the pound sterling remained a strong symbol of British independence from the Eurozone, since the UK had opted not to adopt the euro in 2002. Thus, the 2015 £1 coin continued to symbolize national sovereignty in monetary matters. Socially and culturally, the coin was also connected to the enduring reign of Queen Elizabeth II, who in 2015 became the longest reigning British monarch in history, surpassing Queen Victoria. The presence of two different portraits on 2015 coins captures this historic moment, symbolizing both continuity and renewal. For collectors, the 2015 £1 coin is particularly fascinating because of its dual portrait varieties, its place as one of the final round pound issues, and its design featuring the royal arms. Circulated examples remain plentiful and inexpensive, but coins in pristine condition, especially uncirculated or proof versions, carry greater value. Over time, as the round pound becomes a more distant memory, the 2015 issues are likely to be viewed with increasing nostalgia and historical importance. They stand as a link between the old and new, between the traditional round pound and the modern 12-sided £1 introduced in 2017, which incorporates advanced anti-counterfeiting measures such as bimetallic composition, latent images, and micro-lettering. In conclusion, the 2015 £1 coin is far more than just a piece of currency. It is a historical marker, a cultural symbol, and a collectible artifact. With its heraldic reverse celebrating the royal arms, its obverse showcasing either the rank broadly or Jodie Clark effigy of the Queen, its edge inscription steeped in tradition, and its role as one of the last issues of the round pound before the introduction of the new 12-sided coin, the 2015 £1 coin encapsulates centuries of British numismatic tradition while also marking the end of an era. Though no longer legal tender, it continues to live on in collections, in history books, and in the memories of those who used it daily, reminding us of the enduring power of coinage to connect a nation's present to its past.